to AK Logics. In the previous class, we have discussed about these C statements, and also we have discussed about the C syntax, and also we have discussed about the C introduction. Okay, and also coming to programming part, we have discussed about the check whether the given number is even or odd, and also we have discussed about the find the sum of even numbers and odd numbers. Okay, and also we have discussed about the very basic and beginning program for any language, that is hello world. So today's in this class we are going to discuss the theoretical part that is related to the C print statement, especially print text. It means how we are going to print the text to the console or the terminal using the C. So this is all about this lecture. So let us move into the lecture. So output print text means how we are going to print the text to the output console window or the terminal. So to output values or print text in C, you can use the printf function. Okay, printf function is the pre function or the inbuilt function that we can able to use to print the text onto the terminal or the console window in C. To use printf function, we must need to use the standard input output library. We must need to include the standard input output library. Example, so we are using the hash include stdio.h, which is a standard input output library. To use the printf, we must use it. Okay, this is the syntax. So, and the any program C program will be started with the main function, so that we are going to take the main function, which is the type of int, and also in that main function I am going to use the printf hello world. Okay, like this we are going to write the statement of the printf hello world. Okay, yeah, return 0 is used to end the main function. Okay, terminate the main function. It means after anything that you are going to write after the return 0, those statements won't compiled by the compiler. Okay, we don't get any output if we write after the return 0. Okay, and then I'm closing the flower bracket which I have opened after the main function. So let us execute this code and see the output what we are going to able to observe. So let me save the code and run the program. So it's not the program, right? So you can see the output, that is hello world. Okay, how we are going to write the printf statement is printf open parenthesis double quotes. In the double quotes, what is the text that is required by you need to fill in those double quotes, and also you need to end the double quotes and then parenthesis. Next, so this is how you get the output. So next, double quotes. Now we are going to discuss the double quotes which we are going to use in the printf. So when you want to print text, the text must be wrapped in double quotes. Wrapped in double quotes means the text must be in between two double quotes. Okay, when you want to use the printf function, okay, in the parenthesis, the text which you are going to write must be in between two double quotes. If you are not going to use those double quotes, then you will get an error. Okay, if you forgot the double quotes, an error will occur. Okay, for example, printf parenthesis double quotation, this sentence will work. Okay, this is gonna work. Okay, this sentence has no any error. Printf, this sentence will produce an error. Okay, we are not going to use the double quotes in this sentence, right? In the second sentence, we are not going to use the double quotes. In between double quotes, we haven't mentioned the text. Okay, instead we have simply opened the parenthesis and then written the text, and also we have closed it. So this particular line will get an error. Okay, in the first line we have used the printf parenthesis, and also we have used double quotes. In between double quotes, we have used the text that we need to print out, right? So the first statement will work, whereas the second statement won't work. Okay, and let us see what error we are gonna get by removing the double quotes. Okay, so I have copied and pasted the above code which you have seen, that is hello world code. So I'm going to remove the double quotes. Okay, save it. I'm going to save it. Okay, just a second. I'm going to save it and compile again. So you're gonna see the error. Okay, let's see an error. Hello undeclared. First use in this function. Do you mean f hello? Print hello. Note: each undeclared identifier is reported only for each function it appears in. Error expected parenthesis before world. Okay, this is the error we are going to get. Okay, so why this error we got is the hello is not treating as a text that we need to print out. Okay, why? Because we shouldn't use any double quotes. In between double quotes we haven't mentioned the text. Okay, instead it was thinking that it is as a variable. Okay, so that it is saying that hello is undeclared, but hello isn't a variable, right? Hello is the text which is wanted by us to print onto the terminal window, but the compiler treating it as a variable which is undeclared, so that we got an error as variable undeclared. Why? Because we haven't used it in double quotes, right? So that we got it. And also coming to second error, which is expecting parenthesis before world. Okay, whenever you are going to work with variables, okay, variables are not separated by spaces, right? So that after hello, if this particular compiler is treating as hello as a undeclared variable, after hello it is going to expect a parenthesis, closed parenthesis, so that it is giving an error. Two errors we are going to get. Okay, so I hope you understood the what are the errors. Okay, but hello and world are neither variables nor any parameters as well. Those are the words which we needed to print onto the terminal, so that we must specify them using the need to specify them using the double quotations. Okay, so we am going to use the two double quotations, so you shouldn't use any single quotations as well. Okay, shouldn't use any single quotations. I'm going to save the code and running with the single quotations. Let us see. Warning: character constant too long for its type. Passing argument one of. These are the warnings. Okay, these are the warnings. Okay, it doesn't show you any error. Okay, these are the warnings we are going to get. Okay, we can only use the single quotes for the character. For a single character we need to use the single quote. For group of characters which is a string, we need to use the double quotations. Okay, so this is what happens. You shouldn't ignore the double quotations. If you ignore the double quotations, it will produce you an error. So definitely, okay, when you are going to use the single quotation instead of double quotation, then you are going to get an warning. Okay, character constant too long for its type. Okay, so coming to next, what happens? Let's see. If you see strange error messages, check that your text starts and ends with double quotes. Okay, this is the point. Okay, it's a tip. Many printf functions. Okay, above we have discussed about only one printf function. Okay, we have discussed about the only one printf function, and we use it to print out the hello world text. Okay, so we can use as many of printf function to print out the text in C programming. We can see multiple printf functions. Okay, we can use many printf function as you want. However, note that if it does not insert a new line at the end of output. Okay, printf doesn't insert a new line at the end of the output. Okay, this point I have discussed in the previous video, right? So I have showed you an example as well. Okay, let's see with an example. As include stdio.h. which is the standard library, we need to include it, and also intimate where the program starts to execute. Printf hello world is a one printf statement, and the printf I am learning C is a another printf statement, and printf and it is a awesome, okay, is also another printf statement, and we are going to use the return 0 to end the program, and also we are going to give the flower braces. So in this above code example, we are having total 3 printf statements. All these 3 printf statements are the individual statements, okay. We are not expecting them to print on the 3 different lines. They are printing on the same line, okay. They will print on the same line, okay. Just a second, I didn't save the code, okay. We must save the code, then only the program changes will be taken place, and also compiler will act accordingly. So you can see the output, hello world exclamatory I am learning C dot and it is awesome, okay. All the 3 printf statements are printing on the same line. It means printf by default doesn't add any new line character at the end. You need to remember this particular point. Printf in C doesn't add any new line character by default, okay. So for example, I am going to remove all these 3 printf statements. I'm going to use a single printf statement, sorry, single printf statement, hello world, okay, and then exclamatory I am learning C and it is awesome, okay. For example, I'm going to use a same one single statement. Let me save the code. We'll get the same output, right? We'll get the same output. There is no any difference in output, right? You can see it, right? So using one printf statement and printing the whole content, and also whether you are going to use 3 printf statements by cutting the whole sentence into 3 different printf statements gives you the same result, right? It means printf by default doesn't add any new line character, okay. Printf doesn't add any new line character. You should need to remember this point. To include the new line character, what we need to do is we need to add the /n at the end. We need to add the /n at the end of the text in double quotation. /n is a escape sequence which is used to add the new line at the for the printf, okay. So now all these 3 particular printf statements will be printed in 3 different lines. Let us see, you got an output, right? All these 3 statements will be printed in the 3 different lines. For example, if you need only one particular if statement to print the one sentence in 3 different lines, then you simply use like this, hello world /n, okay. Hello world, it will print the hello world and moves to the next line, and then prints the I am learning C and then moves to the next line, and then prints the and it is awesome and moves to the next line, okay. This is how the code works. Let me save the code and execute it for you. So just a second. So you can see over here, using a single printf statement you can print in different lines using the escape sequence, that is /n, or you can use multiple number of statements and using the /n at the end will make those statements print on different lines, okay. If you are not going to use the /n, then whole content which has been in the printf statement will be printed on the same line, okay. Whether you are going to use the single statement or you are going to use multiple number of state, okay. This is going to happen, okay. Yeah, next, I hope you got a clear idea about the new line character and the printf. So notice all the text appears on the same line. You have noticed it, right? All these, all the text appears on the same line if you are not going to use the slash n. Actually, I decided to discuss about the slash n in the next video, but have told you, right? Slash n, which is a new line escape sequence character that is used to add a new line at the end of the C programming. So this is all about the video. So let me conclude or the summarize this lecture. Just a second. Coming to summary, this is the summary. Printf, which is used to output this text. Okay, not only to output the text. In this lecture we have discussed about outputting the text. Okay, it is not only to use it to output the text. There are also some more things as well which we are going to learn in the future. And also you need to remember the second point, use double quotes. Don't forget to use the double quotes inside the printf function. Okay, and also the third point is use as many printfs you want. Okay, use as many printfs you want. And note, no new line character is inserted at the end of the printf. So just a second. Okay, sorry, shouldn't like write like this. And you should remember, printf doesn't insert a new line at the end of output. Okay, this is the point. So this is the summary of the whole video. So as usual, in my every video I'm going to say you that don't simply just watch and go, have an hands-on experience by your own. Then you are going to memorize it uh, for a long time. And also the code writing will be adaptable to you. Adapted, you can able to adapt writing the code. Okay, habitate it. Okay, it will become you an hobby. So thank you guys, that's it.